When I heard that TD Bricks was hosting a 100,000 subscriber MOC contest, I know I had to bust out my bricks and start building immediately. However, I will warn you that this build is so spicy that eating a Carolina Reaper pepper and then washing it down with hot sauce would seem refreshing by comparison. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Spice Nation. If you didn't already know, the Spice Nation is a group of LEGO YouTubers who make the best or spiciest MOCs that they possibly can, and what I made in this MOC is just a concept of what the Spice Nation house might look like. It includes rooms and references to many of the different people who are a part of the Spice Nation. Anyways, let's just get started with the exterior. As you can see, this is a house built onto a cliffside with a bunch of rockwork, and there's a bunch of foliage and greenery all surrounding it. A story can be really helpful when trying to make a MOC. So the story that I have is that a bunch of different LEGO YouTubers moved into this house and just kind of made it their own, and that's why you can kind of see some different themes and personalities shining through in this MOC, and I'm really happy with how it all turned out. Anyways, let's take a closer look at each of the floors, starting off with the top floor. Now, right here, there's a little nook with some grassy and plant detailing. Now, the first room that we're going to look at is Dan the Fans, and you can obviously tell that it is his because it has a super distinct medieval feel, and it just has a ton of the techniques that he uses in his MOCs. I even included a little sign sticking out that I really like how it turned out. It's just a spicy pepper to further represent the Spice Nation. The walls are white with a bunch of different rocky detailing on it, and it's just very run down with some leaves. There's also a little window, and I really love this red roof that can be detached. I made it with some mixel joints, and I really love how it looks. It's a really cool technique, and it looks really run down. The interior of his bedroom is kind of small, but there is a bedside table, a bed, and one detail that I really like is the Finding Nemo poster that you can actually see in one of his videos in his room. I think it's a really cool detail that only fans with a keen eye might notice. Anyways, Dan, if you're watching this, then I hope you liked your room.
Dude, what is this?
Guess not. But anyways, next up is actually my room, and I wanted this one to be Marvel themed. So you can see there's an Iron Man helmet on display, the Daily Bugle Lego set is right there, there is a life-sized Spider-Man statue right there, there's also a brown building table for me to make some MOCs on, and there are some big windows next to my blue bed, because in real life I actually do have a blue bed, and I did want to include at least one thing from each of the creators who got a room's actual real-life room. Now, this is the roof. There's nothing too special up here. It is kind of detailed on the sides with some masonry bricks and some bricks that kind of jut out. I'm not sure what they're called. There's also some tiles, but something I really do like on the bottom of the roof is that there's a little pizza hanging from one of Spider-Man's webs, and I think it really adds some personality to my room. Next up is Olego, and she usually makes more modern designs for her MOCs and houses, so I decided to make this room kind of a modern style. Now, on her red bed, there is a red Bible and a red guitar over to the side because those were both key details in her room video when she made her room out of Lego. I also made this brick sorter with a jail bars piece, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I know most people have these, I just decided to include it here. Next up is Epic a Pig 101, and he has a Star Wars themed room because he's made many Mando MOCs in the past. Now, I'm really happy with how this door turned out. I made it with spring-loaded shooters, and there's a vent right there. There's a gray bed with a little drink next to it to just add to the kind of industrial gray feel. Gray bed adds to it, not the drink. But anyways, this was actually the only room where I was able to ask the creator what they would actually like, and Epic a Pig told me that he would like a drum set in his room, which is exactly what I made. I'm really happy with how this design turned out. You can see that there's just some gray and black drums, and behind him are some lightsaber-themed drumsticks, as well as there's some sheet music in front of him, and I really love how the Razor Crest's windshield works as a window in this MOC. But anyways, yeah, that was Epic a Pig 101. Anyways, if we go down the stairs, it leads us to the basement and, of course, Sacred Bricks' room. Now, the two main reasons that I chose him to be in the basement are he loves doing rock work, and it's something he's very well known for, which is what surrounds the exterior of the basement, and he makes jokes about hiding kids in his basement, which of course he would never do. Anyways, here you can see the best Lego display ever, which was one of his videos, and you can see the little baby Yoda on it. And I even went the extra mile to put a translucent blue piece behind it to represent the glowing blue that is actually behind it. I also included this nice lime green bed, which has some stairs that take you up to it, and you can actually pull these sheets off to reveal what is underneath. And hey buddy, let's just tuck you back in. Bye-bye. The last room is Avaki's room, and from the vines and things coming out of the bottom of his door, you might have already guessed that it is Stranger Things themed. Another big hint is that the top of the room is actually the bottom of some plates, and what I did is kind of flip them around and put some tiles on the bottom so it would slide in nicely and have this cool upside down effect, and I really love how it turned out. There's a bunch of vines and things on the ceiling and floor, both depending on how you look at that, but anyways, I made it so things were kind of hanging up since it is upside down. The pillow's all the way on the floor and the sheets are kind of hanging up, and I even included the little desktop area with a figurine, a pickaxe, and a computer that is shown in his Lego room video. It does slide back in very nicely. It's pretty satisfying. And if you didn't notice before, the rockwork on the outside is actually viney and upside down themed. Now, you might have noticed that your favorite YouTuber who is a part of the Spice Nation might not have been included. And I can't include everybody, but I just tried to include the people who the most people would recognize. Now, the most notable exclusion was probably TD Bricks, but I did include a little Minecraft area with a special little chicken next to it because I thought it would be kind of weird to include a whole room of the person whose contest you're entering it into. But there are many other references to other Lego YouTubers, so if you do notice one, then make sure to put it in the comments below, and I'll give your comment a heart and tell you if you were right. Anyways, I think that's about all for the mock. Make sure to comment down below which room was your favorite, and Ty, if you're watching this, super congratulations on reaching 100,000 subscribers, and thanks for being such an inspiration to me and so many others. You were probably my biggest inspiration when I made this YouTube channel, and still are, so I really thank you for that. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Have a great day, and go build something awesome.